public safety. Think Ranger. For trusted products from Lock, Anchor.
Good morning. Well, now things make a little bit more sense. NQ took off out of the gate, but everybody else went down. So then the NQ decided, well, I guess I'll follow suit since all my friends are going south. And it rolled the hell over. Holy shit. Oh, the YM is so tempting right here for a rejection of the prior day low. God dang it. So tempting. I just can't do it. Oh, my cat just brought another chipmunk home while I'm sitting here walking across the yard with another chipmunk. Jesus. Yep, there it goes too. Damn it. Shit, I just couldn't do it. There it goes. It's a nice setup. Just too freaking early. It's too freaking early. Too freaking early. Look at that. Oh, my God. It's going to go right back to here. Damn it. Such a nice setup. Such a nice setup. I'll be back to doing gold box trades with you, Thomas, as soon as Ninja gets up their ass and gives me my corporate account. Hell, that'll probably happen by July, and I'll be sitting here. I'll be sitting here not wanting to trade anything. It appears like it. Well, you know, they are in Colorado. They are in Colorado, so you know. You do the common denominator, Thomas. You do the common denominator. Oh my God. I took a trade in oil earlier in the pre-market at 8:01 Eastern Standard Time for $320. Rejection of the prior day open in an M pattern. And then and that's it. That's all I've done today. So yesterday I got chopped up real bad in the morning. You guys remember that? I hit an NQ trade about 12 something in the 1219 or something like that for a long. And then I hit a beautiful R2I trade. And I ended up for the day. If you can believe that, I actually recovered. I was up like, I want to say $230. I was very happy with that. I was very happy. I think I ended up $230 after getting just run over like a truck yesterday morning. So I'm going to sit here, and unlike yesterday, I'm going to go back to patience mode. I mean, the two trades I took yesterday after we shut the live stream down were just cream of the crop trades, just like the one I took this morning in oil, where it's like there is only one direction this trade's going to go, and it's in the direction that I'm taking it. Like, inside candles that break the wrong way, then break back the other way. Though that's exactly what my oil trade was this morning. Exactly what my oil trade was this morning. I mean, there's only one direction a trade can go, and that's in my favor. I just got to stay selective until I get this freaking corporate account shit straightened out. Otherwise, shit, I'll do something stupid and blow up my freaking small account and have to fund it while I'm waiting for these people. But I don't want to do that. Jesus. It's not a lot of money. I wouldn't lose a lot of money, but it's just a pain in the ass, and it's the mental side of having to put money in my account. I don't want to do that. Oh, yeah, I'll do that. Sorry, Tech. Yeah. No, I don't trade. No, I'm not trading prop firms. Hell no. No. No, I'm trading with my live account. It's just I'm trying to get a corporate account set up with Ninja, and they are just being lazy bums, taking their sweet ass time, asking me stupid questions, asking me random questions on documents that I need to get them. That it's like, why didn't you tell me this the first time? Like, I was already a week plus into it, 2 weeks into it, when they said, oh, we need a letter of good standing from the state of North Carolina for your corporation. I mean, could you have not told me that 2 weeks before? I mean, like, who's over? Don't they have a checklist? So anyways, let's talk about my oil trade this morning. By the way, somebody took this cross the box trade right here. I can't remember who. Beautiful trade. Excellent job. Anyway, so I sat down this morning and I had my charts on, all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, whatever. Yeah, 6 charts. And I looked over and I saw that oil had rejected off the prior day open. So I squunched my charts to kind of see where we come from. Well, we came from a recent low right to there. And we had, which by the way, I'll get to the point. We came from a low. I want to show you guys this. I want you to follow something here. We came from a low to here, which is like really important because that tells you the direction, really. Okay, like that's the hint. And this prior day low, they went above it. They went right through it. So there wasn't a trade there. So where's the trade? Well, they ran up to the prior day open and they slammed it down. Now, by the time I saw this, we were already forming these candles right here. So let me shrink this up so I can make this really observable. All right. So all of a sudden I'm going, son of a bitch. They slammed this down and then ran it back up. They're looking to do an M pattern. Okay. So we had this candle form, then we had an inside candle and another inside candle. They ran it through the top. The moment they ran it through the top, I pushed my little button here for a sell, because if they come back through the bottom, it's all over. And that's exactly what happened. Your M pattern right there. Boom, reached, came down, reached again from a lower high. But the key was to give it away for me was the fact that we had two inside candles right here. You don't have to have two. One's enough. But you had two inside candles that they went the wrong direction on first and then out the bottom. That I cannot get more excited about that scenario. And you can see that is exactly why the candles were big and they came right to target. That was my target. But here's the funny part. Because this is a big, huge M, they came right to there. Is that not scary? Is that not scary? Because it was a big, huge M. I mean, this is manipulation. You came from here to here, came down, came up, and then wham, back to here. Anyways, I took $320 right here without any stress, any nothing. It was absolutely gorgeous. So that was my trade. Just absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't draw a better picture than that. All right, so what do we got? Did NQ come straight out of the bot? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Okay, because it came out, came back in, came back out again. All right. RTY went straight out of the box. Holy crap. Did anybody catch that? ES went straight out of the box. Did anybody catch that? Okay, you missed the gym? All right. I was too busy talking, but that's okay. I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah, the RTY one was gorgeous. Right to the prior day open. So here's your RTY straight out of the box. Right to your prior day open. God dang, that's beautiful. You got ES, Papa Duke? Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, the ES threw off. Holy shit, the ES threw off 9 freaking points right out of the box. Holy shit. Oh, 10 points. No, the ES threw off 10 points. 10 points to the tick. So you're in here at a quarter, 10 and a half. Holy shit. 10 points straight out of the box. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Straight out of the box, 10 points. Holy crap. You caught the RTY, Blue? Good for you. That would have probably been the one I would have gone with myself if I was watching. If all three of them were getting ready, I would probably have taken the RTY. Because it had a clear target above it. You know, I mean, and had a clear target above it, so you knew what it was going to do. I mean, there's your target. Hello? Why did it stop there? Does anybody know? You guys know. You guys know why it stopped there. Yep, you guys know why it stopped there. And that, the power of knowing that, is the kind of stuff that will make you successful in trading as long as you're patient to wait for the right setups. And you know, NQ ended up doing the same thing. Well, I don't need to blow this one up. It's the one on here. See that? Prior day high. Bam. I mean, come on. That was the target. I mean, you can see the target. The only one that didn't have a target was the ES. And so, you know what they did? You know what the market makers did? They said, we'll take 10 points. They stopped it at 10. After it went through by one tick on 10 points, they all closed out. They took 10 points. And 10 points in the ES is busting a move. 10 points in the ES is busting a move. For those of you that trade the ES, you know what I mean. You get 10 points in the ES, you're in legendary status. Legendary status if you can get 10 points in the ES. Yeah, the both RTY and NQ had easy targets to see. ES, you just had to kind of think about it. All right, hold on here. There goes the RTY again. Shit. There it goes again. Off the top of the box. Are you going to conk out? I'm looking at the YM. The YM's trying to go long also off of the mid band of the box. But it's running into some headwinds here. I still think it's going to go here. I mean, I still think this trade is going to go back up to here. Yeah, there it goes. Yep, there it goes. Look at that. Jesus. Morning, Lindsay. How you doing? I don't think that's the mystery, Ottawa. They went for 10 points. The big money went for 10 points. I've noticed that routinely on the ES. The ES exhausts when big money jumps in. The ES has exhausted itself over and over again at 10 points recently. And then it'll roll back and they'll reload and start it again. Unless there's a target near. And there is no target near. Like if there was another target about 2 ticks up, they probably would have let it go. Or I mean 2 points up. Sorry, not 2 ticks. Like if there was if the overnight open or the prior day high or whatever was at 12, they would have run it to there. But since they're in open space, they just closed it out. Morning, Matt. I should have done a video of my facial expression of watching the video you sent me. because you'd have seen, you'd have been like, you would have been laughing because I was just like dumbfounded watching that video. I'm just dumbfounded, man. I gotta get with you to figure out how to put the thing into something usable. Well, you know my past trials and tribulations, and then to sit there and watch you do that, my past trials and tribulations. So when I watched that video, I thought, holy freaking crap! I probably lost 2 years of my life doing this, mentally and emotionally when I lived it the first time, and all of a sudden I can just tell this thing to do it. Come on. Yeah. I could see how that would be a learning curve, but it's worth learning because then all the BS of what you would do otherwise no longer exists. All right, so I'm looking. And so let me go back to what I was talking about here, because remember how I like the correlation of the RTY and the YM. So the YM, here's the mid band of this box. The YM rotated up and on top of that mid band when this was setting up. And that's why I was saying, well, shit, they're probably going to run this all the way back up because this was all poised to go long. And I still think this is going to go long because this is going long. This is just taking its sweet ass time. So now we broke the pivot in the YM over here to the left. Okay, so the fact that it's rolling back, remember, we broke the pivot, the big pivot to the left. So the fact that it's rolling back should not scare you because that's what it's supposed to do. It's now supposed to exhaust itself, grab support, and then continue rolling up. All right. Remember how I use the term, I use that term I use where I say, footprints in the sand, that's your footprint. You cross the line. So the intent is to go long. Once it finds support, it's finally hitting support. This whole time here was just suspended. Now it's finally hit support. And hopefully this thing rolls long. It would be nice if it did. I would love the YM to start to get outside this box, start giving us something to trade. Is it going to test the mid-band again? Maybe. Yeah, I saw that ST1, but yeah, not for the faint of heart. If you'll notice on that, the thing against you is they literally clipped the bottom of the box right there for the rejection. So this thing could fall through the floor. This thing could fall through the floor. That gold, it might fall through the floor because they're now on the south side of their 15-minute box. Wow, come on, RTYM. Well, so far we haven't had a break from support. We're getting there. We might have support here. When it blew through this, now, I'll show you this. This is the prior day close. Notice it bounced off of it twice right here, and then it blew through it. So maybe they're going to come back and test that line. Now they're at it. Now they're at it because they never tested the top of it. They just blew through it. So I'm gonna pay attention now, potentially for a long in the YM. Whoa, man, that was a big finger right there. Shit. Well, somebody bought it. That was a big finger that just stuck right up there. Somebody bought it. Good job, Trickler. Yeah. 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 Oh, yeah. Yeah. I thought you were saying you took it. You took the trade. I was glancing at your comment. Somebody bought a bunch of this right here. That finger ran right up. It's a big candle right there. I'd like to see an inside candle first. All right. All right, we got an insight. Stay there. Just stay there. Just stay there. Okay, stay there. Now, if I can get this candle to close, I'm going to look for a long here. Stop. Just stay there. Just stay there. Stay. Yeah, go through the bottom and then back up. That would make me very excited. All right, it went through the bottom. Now, if it comes back through the top, that's gold. Literally gold. I'm about ready to kill this. About ready to kill this. About ready to kill this. All right, I killed it. No. All right, it's not going to do it. I had to go bring my chipmunk catcher back in the house. My little chipmunk catcher. Yeah. 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 All right, honey. Little chipmunk catcher. Jesus. Every day. She's out there panthering around for chipmunks. All right, let's see here. Let me pull this back up so I can see what the NQ's doing, since obviously we're not doing anything right now. The NQ is south. I guess that would be an amazing rejection of the prior day high. An amazing rejection of the prior day high. Morning, Snow Invest. I agree with that, HD. You know, it's not announcement day, but it's just the release of the stupid freaking notes, and, you know, just gives an excuse for the market to not do shit. So I'm going to wait and be very patient. Like that YM trade I was looking for. I mean, that was, if it had triggered, that was a perfect setup. Just beautiful. Everything I'm looking for. The RTY is just, it's trying to hold that top of that box. Just the YM is just not helping out the cause. That's why, I mean, I really thought, man, that was it. That could have been that right there. Knowing this is trying everything it has in its power to go back through here. All I needed was this thing to go and agree with it. And it would have been a beautiful situation. An absolutely gorgeous situation. We would all been making money. But it didn't happen. So I'm just going to sit here and wait. That would have been an absolutely beautiful situation. Remember, all it takes is one. Just like the oil trade I took. Just all it takes is one. There ain't no sense in just pushing buttons and guessing. It's better if you have everything in agreement and then let magic happen. That's where you get, like on that oil trade I took, that's when you get the big red candle. And boom, you're just counting your money and looking for your target. That's my whole focus. Looking for the big green candle or the big red candle. Well, gold did it. I said right over in here. I says it came off the bottom of that box, so it's probably just going to fall like a stone, and that's what it's doing. It doesn't care about those static lines anymore. It already tested them on the reject. It already tested them here on the rejection back to that spot, and then bam. Shit. So I didn't watch this live, this scenario right here. I did not watch this live, but I'm going to show you something because I'm going to guess how this played out. So you had price cross inside the bottom of the box in the ES. Then you had an inside candle, another inside candle, through the top, through the bottom. Bam. That's how I'm going to, based on looking the way those candles are. I didn't see it live happen that way, but that's going to be my guess is exactly what happened. Just like my oil trade. 2 inside candles to the left, through the top, then back down through the bottom of those inside candles. And then you got a big red candle. That's going to be my guess of what happened there. And gold is going to keep falling until it gets to about 67, it looks like. All right. Uh-oh. See, somebody said something. There you go. Just fuck up all my patterns. Jesus. Just fuck up all my patterns. Why don't you? Here I am freaking. I hate this. This war shit's got to end. This is just freaking insanity. And I think the market just sits on pins and needles. I swear to God, that's why afternoon trading has been so much better than morning trading. Because the market just sits on pins and needles. The patterns may set up, but they're not, there's no follow through because, somebody might say something. It's not just CL blue, everything. Somebody said something. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. If you made money right now, Earl, it's purely by accident. It's because somebody came on TV and said something. And you just happen to be on the right side of that trade. This is just fucking stupid. Just very frustrating. So to give you guys a perspective, this is what happened 3 minutes ago, 2 minutes ago, 1 minute ago. Now this doesn't happen because of patterns. This happens because somebody's running their fucking pie hole. Yeah. Yeah. Wait till they read it. Wait till they read it. It'll probably have on the bottom of it, it'll probably have a middle finger from the IRG saying that's our agreement. Jesus. All right, well, I'm just going to have to sit on the sidelines for a while. Yeah. And like I said, until they open up the agreement, because I've heard this, and it'll be a middle finger saying, yeah. Listen, folks, I'm older than a lot of people in here. And I can tell you right now, the IRG has never in their life told the truth or followed through with anything they promised. Never in almost 50 years. But hey, the market's excited. That's all that matters. I don't care to look at anything else, Earl. And I'm going to tell you right now, money made right now is just luck. Even on my own patterns, money made right now is just luck. Oh, Jesus Christ. It stands for Islamic Republic Guard, Sugar. It's the people with guns that have the Iranian citizens hostage in their own country. Yeah, I don't need to have exactly a market gambler. I don't need to gamble to make money in the market. I just have to wait for the patterns. That's not a so to answer your question, Blue, that's not a valid red line trade in the RTY. NQ. Let me look at the NQ setup. That would have been a potential. The NQ one would have been, yeah. But that's not a valid red line trade in in the RTY. That's not even remotely a valid one. But you are correct about the NQ one. And to be honest with you, I was looking at it. And then things just went insane. Exactly, Thomas. Exactly. Because they're held hostage by a military. All right, I'm gonna see if we can get some kind of pattern going again. I mean, the good part is like we had a response off the top of the box here. Maybe we can just start. Maybe some things can start showing some consistency again. So, I mean, we got plenty of time. Shit, man. I mean, how many times do I come on here in the live stream and I haven't even taken a trade until after 10:20? Because that's when everything, that's like, for example, that's when shit actually lines up. And then I go ding, ding, make my money and say, okay, guys, I'm done. Okay, guys, I'm done. So we got, all right. So the RTY is at the prior day high. That's one of my favorite spots to be. It's one of my favorite spots to be. We went through the prior day high. We're sitting on top of it. One thing I don't like is we're so far away from our longer term averages. Remember, I talk about that. It's very stressful when the gap is long like that between your red line and where you're going. But if I can risk a small amount of money, I'll try this. So right now it's $210. Stop. 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 There it goes. No shit, John. That's exactly right. That's why I've been focused a little more in the afternoons for that exact reason. Because you just get everything gets out of kilter. Exactly, gambler. Exactly. Definitely none of them. Definitely none of them. None of them shorted oil. None of them. None of them politicians that know what's going on are financially capitalizing on the war. That would motivate them for more war. Come on, think about that. They know that that doesn't make sense. It's an installed code I have. You can email me in the video description to get it. Just got to tell me that's what you're emailing me for. I get emails all day long. If you don't tell me why you're emailing me, I have no idea why you're emailing me. I'm not Nostradamus. All right. I am looking at, let me get this down here. I am looking at the YM in conjunction. Come on, YM. Nah, you're fucking pissing me off. I was looking for the YM to come back here and test the top of this box. But all of a sudden we're gone again. All right, well, that didn't happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then I'd want the old bat to live. That's kind of why I'm sitting here, Alex. Okay, come on. Let's start, you know. Let's 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 start doing some patterns that the sharks can get behind. Farfig nougat. Let me drag this back up here for now. All right, I think a wonderful setup would be the NQ coming to the prior day high. If this would come back to the prior day high now and then go long, that would be beautiful. They crossed it here and slammed back through it to the top of the box. So pattern wise, what they should want to do now is do exactly what they did here, then put it here and then long. We're going to get stuck at this 9 EMA because that is technically a 1 minute gold line. It's just kind of late in the day for a 1 minute gold line. But shit, that fucker may take off. I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take a 1 minute gold line at this time of day. I'm going to wait to come here if it does come here. Hey, Nadine. Okay, there you go. Now come back down. Yeah. Okay, good. Come on now, come down. Come down. Come down. Ah, you fucking pain in the ass. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. Come test the top of this prior day high. Come on. You can tell they recognize this because of this. Everybody sees that, right? So they recognize the prior day high. And they've blown through it here like it doesn't exist anymore. That's why I'm expecting them to come back and test it. What do you need Ninja for, Nadine? I don't understand needing Ninja. Just download the package. I've been sitting around waiting for Ninja for freaking 2.5 weeks now for something, and obviously I'm that's too much work for them. They're out in Colorado smoking that Colorado weed, apparently. Stay, 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 stay. God damn it. Stay. I need you to stay. Jesus. The candle's just too big for me. Go down. Go down. And then up. Go down and then up. Go down. Okay. Go down. And then up. All right. So I can defend this candle. Okay. No. All right. All right. Now this candle's getting too big for me. God damn it. This candle's acting very erratic. It's like somebody finally told Washington, "Oh yeah, we got the peace agreement. It's got a middle finger in the middle of it." Oh, shocker. It's got a middle finger in the middle of it. Oh, okay. Huh. Who would have thought that? Fart. The problem is they're going to fight to keep it north of this prior day high. The traders are going to fight to keep it here. But the pattern is not there to substantiate it right now. It's rolling over for me. Yeah, I made money in gold this morning, Patriot. I sure did. I sure did. That was my that was my that was my instrument of choice this morning. I had a beautiful setup in oil this morning. Oh man. Yeah, oil set up one trade at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time this morning. That was just a punch in the face. If I didn't take it, I would have been a complete fool. So I took it, and it made me some good money. This is breaking down on me. So let's just explain why I haven't done anything yet. For any of you sitting there watching this, they're going to fight to keep this here. Okay. I said that earlier. But this is down in La La Land. And this pattern got real sloppy here. God dang it. The ES is in a downward situation right now, which is not going to help this NQ. The only thing in your favor here is, like I said, now that they've stopped at this line, which they did not do here, they never stopped at it. Now that they've stopped at it, they're going to freaking pound and push and prod and poke and do whatever they can to keep it above this line. So this is a psychological line. Yeah, it's a psychological line, Junkie. I mean, it's, both the high and the low are big time psychological lines. And right now, both the RTY, which it did it here, and the NQ are trying to hold those lines. The problem is both the YM and the ES are on the downtrend. So it's not moving smoothly. So I need them to line up. So again, I'm looking for the big green candle. I'm looking for the big red candle. I'm not looking to just be right with all the stress that it takes to be right. I don't know if I make sense when I say that, but that YM trade earlier today that I saw, that should have been freaking money in my bank account. That setup was absolutely gorgeous, and it just didn't trigger. That was really the best setup so far for me. Just didn't trigger. Besides my oil trade that I did take. That was the best setup. That was gorgeous. And see, this is, again, I talk about, the market being skittish because, they never, in the morning, because you don't know what news is going to be said next. This is an example of it right here. You go look at yesterday's afternoon in NQ, RTY, whatnot, man. It was like ping, 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 ping. They were great trade setups. But, the news was over and none of this funky shit going on. So they're holding. See that? I mean, they're holding it. So you look at your ES, see how these candles match these candles. Oh my God, that's magic. I know it's magic. Now, the problem is this is going to hit here, and that's a crossover retest of the prior day's open to the downside. So this may run out of gas right here and get punched back down. That's why I'm not sitting here taking this trade. This is exactly why. It's in space, and even if it rolls up with the NQ, it's got resistance. Oh, look at that. Did the ES get punched in the face at the prior day open? Get the hell out of here. How did you know that, Bob? I don't know. Because I've seen this movie before. And hence, this didn't go through. And so you're so the ES and the NQ are in conflicting situations, and that's why we have a quagmire here. See you, Thomas. Keep all that money in your account. Keep all that money in your account. I guess you said you have to because of consistency rules anyway. So good for you. Good for you. So, lunatic. See what I said? So there you go. And that's, I mean, it's just frustrating, because what's frustrating for me is I know that the traders out there are going to freaking kick, scream, fight, piss, moan, bitch, leverage everything they've got to hold price north of this prior day high. But the follow through isn't going to exist until this, which is the big dog, starts agreeing with it. You got to have the big dog agreeing with the little dog so that the little dog can print you money. So, optimism, you went from here to here, and now you're potentially going from here to here. Just giving anybody some optimism. I'm not optimistic enough for me to trade it. Let's put it that way. Shit. See you later, Matt. And the funny part is, so say you're on the short side of this trade, right? Let's just talk out loud. Say you're on the short side of this trade. All right. So let's just say you're looking at the ES and you wanted to take the short off the prior day open, which is a great setup. We broke inside, tested it, boom. If you look over here and you know these candles are all lining up in agreement with each other on both instruments, as they tend to do between the ES and the NQ, and you see that your price is on top of the prior day high, that should give you the confidence that this trade isn't going to work either, at least not without a lot of stress, because this one's going to keep trying to go long, this one's going to keep trying to go short. And look at the candles. So this one's green, red, red, green, red. Green, red, red, green, red. Come on, folks. I don't make this shit up. You know? That's why they've got to agree for you to have for you to have a smooth trade versus a stressful trade where you're having anxiety and you probably get squeezed out early and because you're just freaking out and whatever. As a betting man, I would have bet that the high is going to work versus the rejection of the open as a betting man. But I'm not going to sit here and stress the hell out. I'm just not going to do it. It's not worth it. Not when I can sit and wait for a good setup, get in the trade, boom, 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 make $400, $600, $800 in, 2 minutes versus sitting here and making it in 40 minutes. And once again, it's, the ES is battling this same spot. Now it's coming from a higher pivot. See that? See, this pivot brought it to here. This pivot brought it to here. So those are the signs it's going to give to the long side. And it is giving it. But now you're just chasing, and I don't chase any trades ever. God dang it. This freaking sucks. This just freaking sucks. Okay, so now on the positive side, maybe we can get this sitting down here on the 1 minute gold line at the same time that this ends up sitting on the top of the prior day open so that both are in agreement to potentially go long. So that's what I'm going to look at right now. And don't you guys find it amazing how the candles match? Even though one's trying to go think about that. Even though one's trying to go short and one's trying to go long, the candles match. Whew. And there's some anxious buyers right now. Well, the prior day high fought, pissed, moaned, screamed, yelled, bitched, and worked. Fought, bitched, moaned, screamed, pissed, and worked. Like I anticipated, but I didn't want to deal with the stress to be right. I don't like trading if it's stressful. I like to know exactly why I'm getting in, exactly where I'm trying. Well, not necessarily where I'm trying to go, but what I'm doing with my stop. I don't want to deal with these big pullbacks here. Like they had one here, they had one there, and then they had one there. What am I going to do? How much heat do I have to take? Hoping that this line holds to go to here. All right, now maybe again, what we could hope for, since the Y and the NQ is off on the long side, what we could hope for is that the ES comes down here and tests the top of the prior day open for a long. Because now they're both in agreement to be long together. Kumbaya. But see you, Jim. See you tomorrow, Papa Dude. Congratulations. I'm solid green too. I don't want to give it back. I want something. I want something to line up. So I'm not giving it back. Instead, I'm just extracting money from the market. That's probably a great idea, Alex. It's probably what I'm going to do. Not cut the grass, but look for some trades about one. You know, the market can't be too confident in this peace agreement if oil's still sitting over $100 a barrel. Think about that. The market probably has about as much confidence in this peace agreement that got sent to Pakistan as I do. Because no way in hell oil would be over $100 a barrel if there was actual peace in Iran. Oh, shit. Come on. Come on, ES. Come on. All right, here we go. We might get something here. We might get something here. We might get something here. Here we go. Come on. Come on down. Both of these coming down at the same time to this same spot would be freaking magic. And like putting $1,000 bill in your pocket. If both of these would line up at the same time right here. Might as well just put $1,000 bill right in your pocket. Yeah, Gamble. I don't always do it, but because of all this war shit going on, I mean, in the afternoon, I have seen some really good trades. I don't trade any 1 minute lines though. It's just static lines and 5 minute lines. That's it in the afternoon. No 1 minute lines at all. Because the 1 minute lines don't work. Like 1 to 3. Hey, all right. Sorry, I didn't even read your comment, Alex. Yeah, red lines. The red lines work great, and the static lines, work real well. But yeah, especially like I don't know if you trade the NQ, but the NQ is really nice to trade in the afternoons. I mean, really nice to trade in the afternoons. Come on. All right, guys, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. God dang it. All right, so I'm looking at the YM. It went through its high. I would not be surprised for it to come down here, test the open on its way to the prior day high, which would be its target. So I'm looking at that also in conjunction with what's going on over here. This would be a nice setup. See, we're straight from the high, current day high, back to here. Hopefully, at the same time, 5 minute gold line gets there, the long would be right back to the prior day's high. That would be a very good scenario. So I'm looking at that also. Well, it doesn't matter. You didn't miss anything, Gil. We had some supposedly some war peace news that kind of blew up all our charts just when things started to set up. This shit right here, that. So now I'm waiting for patterns to set up again. Waiting for patterns to set up again, which have been lackluster. Like I said, I think it's because they're sitting around waiting for more war news. You know, the sharks like entering the tank when they can take control. And with lingering news and shit randomly coming out that's not scheduled, they're just obviously not entering the tank. Well, Alex, I prefer, like the YM, ES, and RTY, earlier in the day anyways. If you'll notice, the one trade I literally sat right here saying, okay, this is it, this is it, this is it. It was a YM trade. The pattern broke down, but it was a YM trade. I like trading the NQ in the afternoon because it's more consistent and it rewards you for being on the right side of the trade with some decent money. So right now the ES and the YM are literally lockstep in agreement with each other. This is rather intriguing right here. Let me pull this down, because if we can get both of them to their lines, their respective lines, which also both ironically happen to be the prior day's open for each one of them, if we could get them to roll down to their respective lines at the same time, I'm just telling you, put your $1,000 in your pocket. In your pocket. Put it in your pocket. Come on. Somebody do something. Yeah, if you'll notice, Alex, I haven't been trading gold lately. It's just no, 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 no. YM, what are you doing? Why are you pissing me off? Why are you randomly just going long now? For no freaking reason. I mean, I'm sitting here looking at the RTY. It's in suspense in the middle of nowhere. What are you doing? Hopefully it's going up to then slam down. But it doesn't look like it. I shouldn't do that. Jim should do that. Oh, shit. See, more freaking war news. God damn it. I knew something was going on. Because all of a sudden, like the pattern stopped doing what we were looking for. This is just retarded. All right, guys, I'm going to shut it down for the day because I'm going to wait till they're done making Nancy Pelosi money with inside information. I'm just done. The market's not doing the things that I want it to do because of exactly this. The sharks are not in the tank because stupid shit's going on. So anyways, I'm going to look at some stuff in the afternoon. I'm up 300 and some dollars. So, I mean, I'm fine regardless one way or the other. But I'm just going to wait. Finally, so let me point out something. Remember the comment I made earlier? It looks like maybe there's some confidence now because we're finally below $100 a barrel. I mean, Jesus, if the war's going to end or supposedly going to end, why would oil be at $100 a barrel? Anyways, Lindsay, email me the thing you mentioned. Maybe take a screenshot of it too, so I can kind of see what you're talking about. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Talk to you guys later.